Welcome to Star Expose. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. It all happened so suddenly. The man Kelly Ripa had loved her entire life, the man who knew every one of her quirks, her jokes, her moods, and her fears, was suddenly lying in a hospital bed, surrounded by the beeping of machines and the soft hum of oxygen pumps. In that sterile white room, the world she knew crumbled in an instant. This wasn't the charming chaos of a morning show or the laughter-filled set where they had spent years entertaining millions. This was real, raw, terrifying. Kelly watched in disbelief as doctors rushed around Mark's bed. His face was pale, his strong hands motionless, and for the first time, the heart she thought could withstand anything seemed fragile. The monitors beeped in rhythm, each sound a haunting reminder that life can change in a heartbeat. She remembered thinking how just hours earlier they had been joking about dinner plans, laughing about their kids, and sharing the kind of everyday happiness that people take for granted. Then, in a blink, it all turned into panic. Flashing lights, hurried nurses, and whispered prayers in cold hospital hallways. Kelly later said, "We went from talking about what to eat that night to me praying he would just open his eyes." When Mark was taken into the intensive care unit, she followed close behind, her heart racing, her thoughts spinning. The bright fluorescent lights, the smell of antiseptic, everything felt unreal. But what came next was even harder. Mark, weak and struggling to speak, made one quiet but powerful request. He wanted to see their children, not for a cheerful visit, not to distract him, but to tell them something that mattered. It wasn't a goodbye, not exactly, but Kelly could feel what it meant. It was love, compressed into a single, urgent moment. When the kids arrived, Kelly guided them gently into the room. Their father, always the strong one, lay there connected to wires and tubes, but still managing to smile at them. He spoke to each child with trembling lips. To their eldest, he talked about courage, about standing tall when life feels too heavy. To the middle child, he spoke about kindness, reminding them that true strength lives in compassion. And to the youngest, he told a story that made them giggle through their tears, a silly little moment about laughter being the medicine that keeps your heart young. Kelly stood silently, tears streaming down her face, because deep down, she knew what was really happening. This wasn't just a father offering advice. This was a man preparing his family for the possibility of goodbye. When the kids stepped outside for a moment, Mark turned to Kelly and whispered, "Promise me, if I can't say it tomorrow, you'll keep telling them for me." That promise, those words, shattered her. Yet in that same moment, it gave her strength she didn't know she had. For hours, she sat beside him, clutching his hand, refusing to let go. The waiting room became her new world. Coffee gone cold, time moving painfully slow, prayers repeated over and over. But through it all, she never stopped believing. She said later that those nights in the ICU changed her completely. Watching the person you love most hover between life and death rewires your soul. It strips away everything unimportant. Suddenly, fame doesn't matter. Work doesn't matter. All that matters is love. Pure, unfiltered, unconditional love. And she realized something that night. Something she now tells everyone. Don't wait. Don't wait to tell people how much you love them. Don't wait to forgive, to laugh, to hold someone's hand. Because when you're standing in that hospital room, surrounded by machines, you realize that love is the only thing that really counts. Then came the smallest miracle. A day passed, then another. Doctors began to notice tiny signs of improvement. A flicker in his eyes, a stronger breath, a faint smile that appeared when Kelly squeezed his hand. For her, every little moment felt like a sunrise. One morning, she heard him breathe on his own. No machines, no help, just Mark, alive and fighting. Kelly described that sound as the most beautiful sound I've ever heard. Better than applause, better than laughter. Then came the voice. At first, just a raspy whisper, but gradually it grew stronger. When he finally cracked a small joke, his signature move, Kelly laughed so hard she cried. For the first time in weeks, laughter filled that room again. Recovery wasn't easy. The man who had always been confident, full of energy, suddenly had to relearn the basics. Sitting up, standing, walking. It frustrated him, but every step he took was a victory. Kelly watched him walk down the hospital hallway for the first time with the physical therapist, shaky but determined. The same man she had once danced with on live TV was now taking tiny, trembling steps. And somehow that walk was even more heroic than any performance he had ever done. Their children cheered him on, clapping, crying, laughing all at once. And in that moment, Kelly realized this was what love really looked like. Not the glamorous red carpets or the smiling photos, but the messy, hard, beautiful moments when two people choose to keep believing. Finally, the day came when the doctor said the words she had prayed for. He's strong enough to go home. Kelly helped him into the car, the sunlight pouring through the windows, and for the first time in weeks, she saw color in his cheeks again. The world outside the hospital seemed brighter, the sky bluer, the trees greener, every breath a gift. That drive home was quiet. No music, no chatter, just gratitude. And yet going home wasn't the end. It was a new beginning, a slower, gentler chapter. Their house, once filled with the chaos of schedules and routines, now felt sacred. The laughter, the shared breakfasts, the movie nights, everything felt different. They had been given a second chance. Kelly said she began to see life in a new light. Fame and success were wonderful, but they couldn't compare to the simple joy of sitting together on the porch, watching the sunrise, and knowing that the person beside her was still there. As weeks passed, Mark grew stronger. His humor returned, his energy came back, and soon enough, that familiar sparkle in his eyes reappeared. But the experience changed them both. It softened them, grounded them, and made their bond even deeper than before. Kelly shared later that she wanted others to learn from what they went through, to understand that life is unpredictable, that love is fragile, but also that it's the most powerful force we have. She wrote, "The greatest moments in life are the ones you don't plan. They find you, sometimes in the darkest places, and remind you what really matters." Mark's message before leaving the hospital still echoes in her heart. He told her, "Don't stop living. Don't let fear steal our joy. Keep laughing. Keep dancing. Keep loving." It was his final wish. Not a farewell, but a promise. A reminder that their love would go on no matter what. Now when fans see them smiling together again, they see more than just two TV hosts. They see survivors, partners. Two souls who faced the storm and came out stronger, holding hands, laughing again, grateful for every sunrise. Kelly often jokes that she used to measure happiness by success, but now she measures it by mornings spent together with coffee and no hurry to go anywhere. She laughs when Mark teases her about her new philosophy, but she knows he feels it too. Their story isn't just a love story. It's a story about resilience, about rediscovering the beauty in the ordinary, about learning that real strength isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up for the people you love, even when life gets hard. And it's a story that reminds us all to love harder, to laugh louder, to forgive faster. Because none of us know how much time we truly have. So hold your loved ones a little tighter. Say what you need to say today, not tomorrow. Because when everything else fades, love is what remains. And for Kelly and Mark, love is what brought them back. Stronger, closer, and more alive than ever before. Thanks for watching Star Expose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.